stress principle. Originally, this effective stress principle was proposed by Karl Dajjagi. So the idea of this principle is he has simulated one mechanical model to a case of saturated soil. The thing is, if you see this model, if you observe this model, what we can understand, see, this is a mechanical model having piston arrangement. And also one more point, this piston is attached with a spring and the entire cylinder is filled with water. One more point I would like to add, the valve is closed. Initially the valve is closed. So what will happen if you apply the load through piston on this particular cylinder filled with water? So initially the load was taken by the water. Once valve is gradually open, once the valve is gradually open, or you may say at a situation, the valve is completely open. Okay, so what will happen? The load is transferring from water to spring. In reality, when you apply load on a saturated soil, initially the load was taken by the pore water. Once it is dissipating, once pore water pressure is expelling, dissipating from soil mass, ultimately the pressure is transferred to particle to particle. That's why we need to deduct total stress minus pore water pressure. As pore water pressure is decreasing, what could happen to effective stress? Please listen carefully. Okay, as the pore water pressure is decreasing, means when you apply the load on a saturated soil, what could happen? There is a continuous dissipation of pore water pressure. It takes a long period. It won't, what I say, a dissipation of pore water pressure takes maximum time. It may take months, sometimes it may take years, it may take decades also, because consolidation is a long-term process. Now the thing is, what we can understand, as pore water pressure is decreasing, what will happen to the effective stress? Can anyone say now, what will happen to the effective stress? Is it increases, decreases, or remains same? None of the above. What is your answer? As the pore water pressure is decreasing, what will happen to the contact pressure between the particles? This I would like to call it as intergranular pressure. Intergranular pressure. Effective stress is also called intergranular pressure. Effective stress is also called intergranular pressure. Is it okay? So undoubtedly, as the pore water pressure decreases, effective stress increases. See, we are having a wonderful response also. So effective stress increases.